It begins so simply, just a scan. No pat-down, no passport, just your face. But behind that fleeting moment lurks a quiet revolution. Across airports in America, something is shifting, not loudly, but relentlessly. A transformation in how we travel, how we're tracked, and maybe how free we really are. The TSA is rolling out facial recognition in over 400 locations. No headlines, no press conferences, just silent steps. Steps into something deeper, something colder, a future built on surveillance. Right now, the system is active in 25 airports, but that's only the opening act. With the press of a button and the glance of a camera, your face is scanned, matched to your ID, and your travel credentials are confirmed in seconds, fast, smooth, frictionless. Yet behind this slick layer of convenience brews a deeper question, one that strikes at the core of personal freedom. The TSA insists it's all about security. Quicker check-ins, streamlined flow, and managing the ever-growing sea of travelers. Over 858 million last year, averaging 2.4 million daily. They say it's progress, a faster, smarter way to keep us safe. But critics aren't sold, because with every saved second, a piece of your privacy might be slipping away. The hacker collective Anonymous isn't staying silent. They've raised the alarm, and their warning cuts through the noise. This isn't just about breezing through airport lines, it's about something far bigger: data, control, surveillance. According to them, your face is no longer just a face. It's a barcode, scanned, tracked, and quietly archived in systems that may one day be impossible to outrun. Facial recognition isn't just a scan, it's a digital fingerprint of your identity. These systems analyze bone structure, eye placement, skin tone, everything unique to you, to build a biometric template. TSA claims the data vanishes after verification. But here's the catch. There's little to no oversight. No federal laws clearly define who can use this data or how. So what happens when that information is hacked, leaked, or quietly shared with another agency? That fear is echoing through the halls of Congress. In February, lawmakers drew a line in the sand, urging the TSA to pause its biometric ambitions. Senator Ed Markey voiced what many are thinking. No one should have to choose between boarding a plane and surrendering their privacy. His warning? Once this kind of surveillance is accepted, it rarely stays in its lane. In response to mounting unease, lawmakers introduced the Traveler Privacy Protection Act, a rare bipartisan effort to shut down TSA's collection and storage of facial data entirely. Senator John Kennedy didn't mince words. Every day, TSA scans thousands of Americans' faces without their permission. To him, the program is invasive, shrouded in secrecy, and leaves travelers in the dark about their right to opt out. And yet, despite the warnings, despite the outrage, the rollout marches on, quiet, relentless, unstoppable. TSA insists it's being transparent, pointing to signs at checkpoints that say travelers can opt out. But critics aren't convinced. The signs are often small, easy to overlook, and in the rush of airport travel, most passengers feel they have no real choice. What's presented as optional feels, in practice, mandatory. But the stakes reach far beyond the gates of an airport. If society embraces facial recognition here, where does it stop? Banks, grocery stores, parks, streets. Once normalized, this technology could erase public anonymity altogether. Picture a world where you're never alone, not because someone is tailing you, but because an invisible network of cameras and AI is silently mapping your every move. Anonymous has a chilling warning. We're inching toward a surveillance state, one where the government doesn't miss a move. They point to past examples like PRISM, the secret program exposed by Edward Snowden, which revealed the vast scale of data collection by intelligence agencies. That revelation once shocked the world, igniting outrage. But now, most people scroll past the warnings, desensitized, as the digital cage quietly tightens. Yet Anonymous remains undeterred. Their mission has evolved, now focused on equipping the public. They teach people how to encrypt messages, hide their digital footprints, and push back against constant tracking. Their message is sharp and chilling. Surveillance doesn't announce itself. It doesn't knock. It doesn't ask. It simply watches, quietly, relentlessly, and often unnoticed. As debates over surveillance brew on the ground, a strange chapter was unfolding in the skies above North America. In early 2023, unidentified objects appeared over Alaska and the Yukon, triggering military action. One such object, labeled UAP-23, prompted a swift and serious response from NORAD. It was shot down. But what it was, where it came from, and why it was there, those questions still hang in the air, unanswered. The leaked memo didn't just spotlight what we saw, it exposed the unsettling silence around what we didn't. Governments often cloak these incidents in secrecy, citing national security as the shield. They claim too much disclosure could tip off adversaries or spark public fear. But that same silence, that lack of transparency, only fuels suspicion and widens the gap between the public and those sworn to protect it. In both narratives, the TSA's quiet rollout of facial recognition and the eerie presence of unidentified aerial objects, a common thread emerges, an uneasy tug-of-war between protection and intrusion, between transparency and control. But what truly makes these developments alarming isn't just the tech or the secrecy, it's the pace. The biometric net is spreading fast, even as lawmakers push back. Privacy advocates shout their warnings, but the scans persist. Meanwhile, strange objects breach our skies, then vanish, not just from radar, but from the news cycle itself. As we accelerate into this biometric era, one question looms large. When does safety quietly cross the line into surveillance? Because what starts as a simple scan at the gate, a momentary glance into a camera, may not stop at your destination. It might just be the first step into a future where every move is watched, long after the wheels touch down.